Here we go!
We're feeling very gay because it's almost time to play. Grab your favorite chair with the Lucky Pierres. Yeah!
All right, guys, welcome back to the Lucky Pierre's movie reviews. Tonight we're reviewing a brand new movie. It's on HBO Max. It's in theaters. The prequel to The Sopranos, The Many Saints of Newark. All right, what'd you guys think of the movie?
Do you want to tell us about the experience again?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you about this. When I went to the theater, I went to Phoenix Theaters in Monroe.
Yes.
Monroe, Michigan. It's a dump. And
it is pretty awful.
I went to the
Fazoli's though.
Yeah, it's true. I went to the
Fazoli's like an Italian fast food.
I went to the midnight screening, okay?
Yeah.
And because I love this.
What time did it start?
I love The Sopranos so much. It didn't. The previews didn't even start till like 12:10, 12:15.
How many people were there?
There was me and one other old dude who I'm pretty sure was like a pedo behind me. Dude, like an empty theater.
I thought you went with your friend.
No, I went by myself. Dude, empty theater. Dude sits directly behind me.
Hell yeah.
Whatever. But it stopped. It literally froze like 65% through the movie. And then I had to leave. I couldn't find anyone, and I couldn't get my money back, so I just left. And then I came home. And it wasn't on HBO Max yet because it was like 1:45 p.m.
Did you guys converse when it froze, or did you both just get up and be like, ah?
No. I said, I guess I'll go get someone. And the guy went like, he's like,
Did you exchange contact info with that guy?
I swear to God, dude. No, I did not exchange contact.
His dong's just in his hand. He's
Yeah.
Like, what was playing? I didn't.
No, but I came home 1:45 a.m. It's not on HBO Max until 3 a.m. I had to wait to watch
because
the rest.
that's midnight on the West Coast.
Yeah, so I didn't finish the movie until about like 4 a.m. So from about midnight to 4 a.m. is my experience of Many Saints of Newark. But it didn't affect the rating at all. It was a good movie. What'd you guys think of it?
I liked it.
It was okay, but
No, let's just say you have never watched The Sopranos.
right.
Shaw's never watched The Sopranos.
But this is what I was going to say. Like, I already mentioned it to you, but Joe, did you think there was something off about the fire in the movie?
There was, yeah. It was.
Because that was my biggest complaint about
looked
the movie.
weird.
It looked
I didn't
off.
notice.
You were just enraged by your whole experience that you didn't notice.
It just looked like shoddy, like out of place.
But
Did it?
like,
Yeah.
well, like, because it's a high budget thing. It's an HBO thing. It's a Sopranos thing.
Yeah.
Like, the gore in it, the guy getting shot in the face is realistic, and then they do this fucking looks like Windows 98 fire graphics.
I did not notice that. I got to look at it again. I got to watch that scene again.
Okay, but
okay.
besides that,
Yeah, the plot of the movie is about Dickie Moltisanti. He's Tony Soprano's
means
like
nothing to me.
He's Tony Soprano's mentor. So
Right.
we basically see the mentor of Tony
Right.
Soprano and how the Sopranos came to be, kind of.
Okay.
And
Christopher's dad, if you watch Sopranos.
Christopher's dad, yeah. And it's a good story. But I was expecting more just Sopranos stuff. You know what I mean? Like all the characters that we grew.
Right. Well,
to,
that's what I feel like.
Let me finish, please.
Go ahead.
Yeah, all the characters that we knew to grew to know and love. They didn't include them that much at all. They were just like kind of a side thing. Like I don't know. It wasn't Sopranos-y enough for me. It just wasn't. It was like they made it for people to pick up, to watch, and just that have never watched The Sopranos. That's what I think. But there were some things in there for the hardcore fans. Not enough though.
But I feel like
That's what I feel.
It's a plus and a minus because I knew nothing about The Sopranos, and it didn't like make me go, you know what, I need to fucking watch this show.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would have enjoyed it more
100%.
if I had watched The Sopranos.
Yeah, because you know all the characters
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
I think it was a cool, different perspective because you don't.
That's what I think the
see
point was.
Any of that in the show. You just start from where Tony's the boss.
Yeah.
You don't see where his mentor or anything.
Yeah,
so
I
I
feel
think
like
it's
that
a
was
cool,
the whole point.
different story.
It was, but like, weren't you expecting just like
Well, yeah, but
more Sopranos, more Tony, more
like
of the
you
characters
said-
that we love? You know what I mean?
like you said, they'll probably do more.
I think it was Soprano style, but it just wasn't Tony focused. It was a different character, but still Soprano style.
That's what I was hoping for. Though. I think that's what I was expecting is a Tony focused and the gang kind of movie.
I
you
mean,
know
there was
what
enough Tony focus in The Sopranos.
Yeah,
Like 10 seasons long. So
yeah, but I'm saying I love The Sopranos. I've seen every episode multiple times, but like we never seen where he came from.
Right.
I was hoping to see more of where he came from. Like, I don't know.
But
That's just me.
I feel like my notes might be not what you'd expect because I've never watched Sopranos.
Yeah.
I like
But-
that there was glimpses of Paulie and Sil.
I wanted
was-
more of them. I wanted more.
Yeah.
I wanted
I mean,
more.
there was just enough to like.
Whet the appetite.
Yeah, it would crack you up like when
Yeah.
when they were on screen.
Yeah,
With
how-
the mannerisms. And
Sil, that guy that played Sil, almost over the top.
he was a little.
You know what I'm saying?
Cartoonish, yeah.
That walk he does,
Yeah.
you know?
You have to be to play Sil though. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
he-
like such
he's a
a one-of-a-kind
cartoon. Yeah,
character.
he's a cartoon.
And Paulie even like.
He was good at it too.
Yeah.
Puss in there, Junior, Carmela even a little bit.
Yeah.
Didn't expect to see her.
Touch of Carmela.
And then his mother, Tony. Vera Farmiga was great.
She was great. In
Yeah,
It.
she acted just like his mother from the show.
Vera Farmiga. She looked a little weird.
Yeah, because that's the way his mother
I know,
looked.
but I've never seen The Sopranos.
Yeah,
And I hated her fucking character, but
You're supposed to.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's what I've gathered is you're supposed to. So she did it well. But they
She
did my
acted just like
they did
her.
my girl dirty.
why is that?
I like Vera Farmiga.
I love her too.
Hated her. And
That's got to be a fun
Yeah, same,
character.
but
to
I
play,
love her
though.
still.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah,
It's got to be a fun character to play.
I
Just,
bet
like,
it is,
So,
yeah.
so annoying and just like
miserable.
Oh my god, she was killing me.
Dude, when she said that what was it that something happened?
Like
she,
he's complaining because she blames him for stuff her sister does. His sister does.
yeah, when she says
And
that line, she
yeah.
goes, "Oh, poor you," something like that.
Boo-hoo, always blamed.
That's the
She
line.
just snaps at everything. Even when he gets straight home from like
Yeah.
prison, his first 10 minutes, she snaps like, "All right, fine."
Yeah,
Yeah, she's so good in it. She probably Bernthal's good in it as Tony's father.
Yeah, that's another cool thing. We don't really see Tony's dad in the show, so it was good to see him in there. Like,
But the thing is, he's not really like that big, and he is, but not as big as Dickie. I mean, as far
He's
as
not.
like his mentorship towards.
there was very
you know.
Soprano-esque stuff that happened though. Like when he's driving home from prison and he sees the black people in the neighborhood, he's like, "What's going on here?" Like he snaps when he sees them, like, moving in the neighborhood.
Tony's dad.
He
Yeah,
yells at everybody for them moving in. Like, what are they doing in the neighborhood?
yeah, extremely racist family. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That's
Well, they're Sicilian.
par for the course.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and one of 'em, Michael Gandolfini. How about him? He was good.
He was really good.
He was good. Yeah, he. You know what scene really like reminded me of his dad was when his father just got out of jail and they're at that party, and then they bring Christopher out and he's a little baby. And he goes to like touch him or like something, and Christopher starts crying, and then Tony's like, "What? What did I do? It's just me, your Uncle Tony." He's like, "I didn't do nothing." I seen Gandolfini in that.
yeah. Then the grandma's like, well, "Babies know stuff from the other side."
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite parts. But
One of
some,
my favorite parts is when he visits Salvatore in prison,
yeah,
and all he wants from the family is a record.
yeah.
Like he's like, I don't want any favors. Just bring me this jazz record.
What? Who was it again? Miles
know.
Davis, right?
No,
Miles.
it was like an obscure thing.
I think it was Miles.
I don't think it was. I think
It wasn't Miles Davis because it was like an obscure jazz record.
Yeah.
Because then he brought him other ones. He's like, "What's this shit?" And he's like, "Oh, I brought you more records." He's like, "Take them back. They're not jazz."
Yeah,
Yeah, he brought him like the well-known people, and he's like, "That's not jazz. That's like radio crap."
want some obscure
And then
stuff.
like
yeah.
the skip ahead from like childhood to teenage years, I thought was like an odd amount of skip ahead. But like I like how they did it. Like he walked into the building and then it just shows Dickie in an alley, and then Tony comes out like as a fucking teenager,
Yeah, that was cool.
which was a cool scene. But like I feel like I just expected, I guess, it to be more like instead of just skipping a huge chunk.
Yeah, I mean, what they couldn't. There's no other way they could have brought it that far, though. You know what I mean? From what was it, like a decade?
Well, yeah, but I just mean
Yeah.
because obviously a lot of shit happened between then and there that formed Tony Soprano.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
Then the slam poetry, woof.
the slam
Like when it's
poetry-
good, when it shows just like all the black people, like their gang or whatever, is at the bar and they're doing like
Oh yeah.
slam poetry.
Yeah.
Just so cringe worthy.
That's how
Yeah.
slam poetry is, though.
Yeah, it is pretty cringeworthy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But overall, pretty good movie. My expectations, I think, were just through the roof. I was expecting.
Sopranos is your favorite show of all time.
Yeah, and
It's
I
not gonna be
worship
able to
that
live up
show.
to it
But,
no matter what.
I worship that
Shooting his gun in the car
In her
into
hair?
her hair.
I was just gonna say
That was crazy.
That was like my favorite part.
That was
Oh my
crazy.
Like I watched it at work at my desk, and like I was busy doing something like for a second, and her like knew that he shot the gun in the car, and I was like, I feel like this is more intense than I think it is, so I rewound it, and I realized he shot it straight into her hair, and then when she turns her head, her hair is smoking from the bullet.
Yeah, 'cause she was doing her usual complaining
Yeah.
nonstop, and he's like, just
Yeah.
fires it at her hair. Like,
That's so good.
I thought the guy that played Junior was really good.
He was.
He was cracking me up.
Some of his mannerisms and stuff he said was so
Yeah,
on.
he was really good.
He studied Junior.
Yeah.
You know he did.
Junior's such a great character.
But one of the best.
When they
One of the
torture that guy, the dude's toupee dangling during the scene was great.
That was
man,
funny.
that drill in the teeth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the
rough,
impact,
man.
the impact driver in the teeth
Oh, the
is
sound.
like new. Like, I mean, I've seen a lot of mafia movies, a lot of torture scenes, and I've never
Agreed.
seen like that as a torture.
Ooh, that was rough, man.
Like I wrote that down, like the impact driver in the mouth. That's a new torture.
That sound was
Like
so
that.
like
Real.
on. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I don't like teeth and nail stuff.
But what do you think? It was pretty solid, right? I mean, it wasn't.
I really liked it.
I'm gonna say it didn't meet my expectations. I will say that. But my expectations were through the roof. That's all I'll say.
What was it?
The movie's fault.
Yeah, I know.
His head getting blown off, like while he was in Dickie's hands. Good scene.
Is that?
Oh yeah.
He's like punching him because he talked about his wife.
Yeah.
Joey Diaz. Yeah.
And then
Diaz is great.
How about the scene when he kills his wife? That was crazy.
That's coming up. I brought good gunfight, like because the gunfight. Also, they did a lot of stuff like different than most mafia movies do it, because like their gunfight was like the both sides like had balls. They just would stand up and just fire, and the black dude just kept walking with the shotgun, like walking them down.
That was crazy.
But it ends with terrible fire again, like a car hits a light
Yeah,
post,
it blows up.
and then there's a delay, and then fake fire again.
Yeah. Yeah, when he burned
and then-
his dad in the building.
Yep.
It looked
That-
bad,
that's
really bad.
that was the first time.
Yeah.
Then
I didn't think it looked bad, did it?
Yeah.
It just looked off. Like something with the fire looked off.
Huh.
Then about the wife scene where he drowns his wife.
That was
I just
crazy.
wrote Dickie might need therapy with a good dose of anger management.
Yeah,
'cause,
seriously.
Why would she tell him that though? Like,
That was
Well, I mean,
really dumb. Yeah.
I mean, it is dumb, but also like that's usually how it goes. Like if somebody cheats on somebody,
you don't
they
expect
usually
that
break
reaction,
down and tell them.
obviously, but I wouldn't tell Dickie.
Oh no, yeah,
No, yeah, he's a
well, she's dumb.
He's
Yeah.
a rage-fueled mob
yeah, she
boss.
loved pushing the buttons of fiery Italian dickheads, like
Yeah.
terrible life choices.
Crazy. Yeah, that was nuts.
Like my favorite line or lines in the movie is when he's visiting Salvatore again. And he's like, "What do I know? I'm a murderer. As far as your nephew goes, may I have a brief suggestion for a nice Christmas present? Stay out of his life."
Yeah.
And then Dickie's like, "Oh," and then just avoid him like for the rest of the movie.
It didn't matter though because like that was a powerful scene when Tony's at his what was it, like a shop,
His warehouse,
and
like,
he's knocking on the door and he just won't go away.
Yeah.
And it's like Tony's destined for that world. He's like he just will not go away. And
well, yeah, but then he goes home and wrecks the speakers and is like, "I want no part of this."
oh, that's right. Yeah,
and
he did.
his dad's like, "What do you mean, part of what?" Like, I hate when they do that. They're all act ignorant. They're like, "What do you mean, a part of what? Like, we're not involved in anything."
But then he was gonna meet him at the diner. And
Yeah.
got killed. So. Like,
Oh, that's right.
Well, yeah, that's what
right.
I,
Yeah.
I guess
got
if
his head blown off.
I was
didn't
like, I guess if I watched
Junior.
the show, I would have
he? Junior.
expected.
Junior had him killed, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
because he slipped on the stairs and got laughed at.
Yeah.
So that's why he had him killed.
I guess I
That's
would.
so
If I
Junior.
would have watched the show, I would have expected like Dickie to die or something because I would have known that he wasn't involved later on.
Yeah.
That reaction on
but
the
I
stairs
didn't.
was like so Junior. Just your mother's
Yeah.
cunt.
I was like, they have some,
That's his line.
they have some real family issues. They just love knocking each other off.
They do. They really do. But it is a solid movie. Let's get to ratings, huh?
Yeah, it was like it was an okay mafia movie.
What would you guys give it?
Give it a 7.5.
A 6.
I gave it a 7. And final verdict: see it ASAP, see it whenever, skip it.
I mean, if you
If you
are
love-
into The Sopranos, I'd say see it ASAP.
Yeah.
Otherwise, see it whenever.
and you probably already have if you've seen The Sopranos.
I'm with you guys. Yeah, see it ASAP if you're a Sopranos fan. See it whenever. If
Which
you're
I feel
not,
like
but
everybody that's a Sopranos fan has probably watched.
guaranteed. And yeah,
It's got some good moments.
It
Like, there's
does.
a couple that are real
Oh!
good.
all right, guys, we got the movie quote game. Shaw's got a movie quote for us. What do you got, Shaw?
If we ain't out of here in 10 minutes, we don't need no rocket to fly through space. You should know it.
We don't need no rocket to fly through space.
You'd have to help me on that one. I don't.
Say that one more time.
If we ain't out of here in 10 minutes, we won't need no rocket to fly through space.
I'm gonna be honest. Don't say it yet. Let me at least guess.
I'm giving you a minute.
It's obviously a space movie.
Correct.
Let me think.
I know you're just looking at your Blu-rays.
I know.
I'm gonna say Alien.
It is. It's Alien.
Nice.
We ain't out of here in 10 minutes. We won't need no rocket to fly through space.
Nice. I was not gonna get that. I was not gonna get that.
Which I did an Alien quote because I think of Alien as a horror movie, which
It
a lot
is.
of
It is a
people
horror
don't.
movie.
Sci-fi horror.
Yeah, but I like it. Like I feel like if you go in at looking at it as a horror movie, it's an even much better movie.
Yeah. It's definitely
people don't
horror.
get.
It's horrific. So, yeah, I would agree with that.
I think the first one is definitely horror.
Yeah, the second one's could be action horror, more action, but the first one's
I mean,
horror.
with like a chest burster, you're definitely going horror realm.
Yeah, that's
like.
true. Yeah, is that in the first or the second? That's in the first, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. But okay, that's it, guys. That's our review for The Many Saints of Newark. Check it out if you're a Sopranos fan. And
See you to Monroe.
no, we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. We love you.
We'll
ya.
see you in Monroe.
Yeah.
baby.